Shazad Sheikh, Motoring Middle East, and this of course is the Volvo S60 T6 all-wheel drive Polestar. You can tell it's the Polestar by the little blue badges that are dotted around the car. This car also comes with front splitters normally on this side and on the other side, but they have probably wisely taken them off for this press car. It's in Rebel Blue paint, check it out. Interesting thing to note about the S60 from 2014, the fender and the front of the car were heavily revised, they're all new. From the A-pillar backwards, it's quite a familiar car if you've seen the S60 before. Check out those 20-inch diamond cut alloys just for the car, again with the blue badges for the Polestar. Sorry, car just going past the blue badges. Also note the brake calipers. Those are 6-pop Brembos on this car, and it has Haldex all-wheel drive with a rear-biased attitude, so it's a bit more sporty, this car. It also comes with All-in, am I pronouncing that correctly? All-in sport suspension, which has DFV. DFV is dual flow valve, which basically allows the shocks to settle faster after they've gone over bumps. I'll just quickly show you the boot. So just open it with the key, I think. See if I can unlock that. There we go. And very deep, I don't know if you can make that out, very deep, but not very tall. It's quite narrow. It's got a big shelf there with a space saver underneath it, so that's probably why. And 4-door, 4-seater. Just quickly show you the rear seat. Quite nice in there, quite comfy. Heated seats in the back for some reason. Not quite a necessity in our region. They should take those out and put USBs in there. I think would be more useful. I can just about sit in this seat. Of course, the front seat is set for me. I'm 6'1", 6'2", but I could do with a bit more knee room. But headroom's not too bad at all. So this car is all about driving, and I think that's what we should do next. Okay, here we are. And let's quickly hit the starter button, which is here, because it is hot. Look at that. That's the instrument panel. Now, this has modes, and if I do that, you can see that it will give me the AC's gone on very high, but it's very warm outside, so I'll try and see if I can turn that down a bit. Yeah, okay, so what I was saying, let me just, so here you have themes, and if you press that, you can go performance theme. This is the eco theme. We don't like that. This is elegance. That's quite nice, but I think with this being the Polestar, we should stick with the performance theme. And there you have, it has all kinds of safety systems in it. It has distance keeping, it has lane control, it's a Volvo. Blind spot things, little lights that come up in front of you in the heads-up display to tell you how far you are from if you're getting too close to the car in front, stuff like that. So all those things that you'd expect in the Volvo are all here. This is so typical. Like I said, the interior of this car will be familiar if you've driven an S60 V60 before. This is nice though, look at this. This is sort of a clear crystal top to the ghillie. I don't know if you make that out, which kind of glows blue at night, which is very, very cool actually. I like the trim, a little pocket around the back as usual. Cup holders down here, and a little cubby box with a USB and an aux in there. Could do with a bit more USB, I think. Glove box is a very decent size, very deep actually. Lots and lots of space in there, and of course you have your instrument display here, and you know, you have navigation, radio. This car is very well equipped, and it comes with all these things, including a reversing camera and active cruise control. I'll turn that off for now. What else I can tell you about the car? Well, 229,900 dirhams, about $63,000. This car, of course, being the Polestar, it comes with, as we've already said, I think let's put that in there for safekeeping, it comes with a 3-litre twin-turbo straight-six engine. It produces 346 horsepower, 350 horsepower, 369 pounds-foot of torque, and I reckon that's good enough to get from 0 to 100 in about 4.7 seconds, underneath 5 seconds for sure. Like I said, it's got an all-wheel drive system. Other things I should mention, it has stiffer springs, extra spoilers of course, and dual sports exhaust at the back, and the way to activate that is to bring it into drive and put it across into sports mode, and we have paddles here. This is a 6-speed gearbox in this car, and when you put it across in sports mode, you can't hear it right now because we're inside the car. Maybe I should have done this outside, but you can very subtly detect the change in tone of the exhaust just by moving it from there to there. Certainly on the go you can hear it as well. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out in this, but let's see. Okay, let's put the mic on and let's set off, because 360 horsepower, I'll keep it in sports mode, 360 horsepower is a lot to play with. There's plenty to play with. So this should be a heck of a fun car to drive. Here we go. We're going to use the paddles for this, because the gearbox actually, it's not a dual clutch gearbox, it's a regular gearbox with paddle changes. Changes are quick enough, responsive enough. Left with its own devices, not so great. It's only 6-speed, not 8-speed. But to be honest, you know, you don't really miss the 2 extra gears unless you're doing a lot of motorway stuff. So otherwise it's fine. But I recommend that if you're cruising normally, leave it in drive, it's fine. But if you're doing this sort of road, then yeah, definitely use the paddles. Third and fourth are your friends on a road like this. Second runs out of revs too, so if second, it actually won't even go down to second. But if you're slow enough to get into second, you'll run out of revs and power very, very quickly. The peak torque is delivered from 3/3 second. So yeah, I mean, not, well, we're going uphill, so actually that wasn't too bad, but not too much to be gained. Third and fourth on a road like this is absolutely fine. Lots and lots of grip. It's all-wheel drive, of course. The attitude is sort of, yes, understeer, of course, it's all-wheel drive, but it's not the sort of, you know, tangent-taking, running wide, terminal understeer sort of thing. It's the more sort of sweeping understeer, which is just sort of a gradual, you know, there you can see just going out of the direction a little bit, but lifting off, and it wouldn't say it pivots, but it just pulls it in a bit tighter. So, you know, that's absolutely fine. But, you know, boy, it's grippy, and boy, it does like to do this sort of stuff. I mean, wowzers, you know, this is a Volvo I'm in, you know. And let's just try second for this, see if it will do it. Yes, and we can punch the throttle through there, back up into third, and back into second because we've got a bit of an incline. And yeah, just hold it on the throttle and steer it on the throttle. Very, very nice. Nice engine note. That sport exhaust really doing a great job back there. Up into fourth. Good brakes. I could do with a little bit more initial bite from the brakes, just to give you that extra reassurance. But they're working, they're there, and they're progressive. Not too bad at all. Just like I said, a little bit more of an initial, yeah, I got you, we're hooking up, you know, that would be nice. Perhaps if it was a little bit more of a hardcore sporty machine, then that would be how they were set up. There's a JCB in the middle of the road, so I think I'll just figure out what's going on here before I get back on the throttle. Not sure that I can safely get past. So whilst I'm waiting to see if I can, okay, good, thank you, he's let me pass, that's nice. And how is the steering? The steering, to be honest, it's actually very good in terms of feel and weighting. I like it, you know, it's giving me feedback, and it feels good weighting, it feels just about right, just the way that I would like it. It's not as sharp, so it's not like, oh god, you know, it's not as instant or as sharp as you get from like a sports car. It's a little bit more conservative, if you like. But it's fine. I think that the fact that there's feel and you know, the weighting is good, I think makes up for the fact that it's not maybe as, look at that, wow. It's actually really good for a little old Volvo, huh? I reckon this could give some cars a real run for the money. 350 horsepower, you'd certainly expect so, right? And the torque is just fantastic. It's just always there. Especially, like I said, you keep it in the third gear, it's plenty, you know. Back down into third, and yeah, on the throttle, and there we go, you know. Wow! This is great. And the change of surface doesn't seem to bother it at all, you know. It's absolutely fine. Let me go down to second. Yeah, maybe second wasn't necessary there. But, you know, all in all, an an incredible effort from Volvo. I mean, it's really not what I was expecting when they said, hey guys, do you want to test the latest S60? And I was like, well, okay, yeah, we better tick that box and get that car and then do it. And then they said it's Polestar, and I was like, okay, right, Polestar, fine, you know. But Polestar is a sporting brand, actually. It's a racing brand, and that's where it's come from. And it's been bought by Volvo, so it's part of Volvo now. And the idea is that it will produce, you know, these crazy sporty versions of these cars, and be the sort of M Sport badge, if you like, of Volvo. And I think they're getting off to a great start with a car like this. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what else they do with this branding and how they take it forward. Pricey, yes, 229,960 dirhams, 229,900 dirhams, $63,000. Yeah, a lot of great cars you could buy for that money, but you know, unique, different, and Q car. You know, you can surprise people in this. People will not be expecting to experience the sort of performance that this will deliver, to experience the sort of handling, the change of direction, the grip that this will deliver. So all in all, I think it's a very good car. Lots of nice little touches. I like the steering with this slight Alcantara feel there, gives you that sporty feel to it. Yeah, I think if you're looking for a small sporty saloon, and I think they do this as a V60 as well, so hatchback estate sort of car, put this on your shopping list. Go check it out, take it for a test drive, get it in this Rebel Blue because it suits it, and you know, it matches the little blue badges. Full review on those matching colors is very important when it comes to cars, right? Full review on motoringme.com. Please do check it out there. Please also look for us on all the social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, and especially on Facebook, where we do lots of stuff, lots of posts there. Just search for Motoring Middle East and you'll find us. Same goes for YouTube. Search for Motoring Middle East, you'll find us there. If you catch us there, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next one. Hear that? How many of you have seen or remember watching The $6 Million Man? Steve Austin. We can rebuild him. You remember when he used to do his stunts, when he used to do that sort of stuff? That's the sound they used to make, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I'll give this Volvo points just for that.